What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you'll see a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try, recommend the movies and music and trailers me to react to, so click the link. Now, with that being said, we are here today to give you a little bit of movie news. Now, Salem's Lot 2023. I just did a video about an update. I got another update. Shout out to the homie Eric Cartman, not the little chubby kid from South Park, but one of my subscribers. Shout outs to you, homie. He just gave me a little bit of news and told me that there's a possibility that Salem's Lot may be going to Blu-ray. Let's go ahead and see what he is talking about, shall we? Now, on Blu-ray.com, if you guys don't know this website, very, 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 very trustworthy site. I use it all the time. Anyway, this site states that Salem's Lot has a 4K Blu-ray release stated for July 3rd, 2023, right? By Warner Brothers. No cover art coming, nothing like that. I mean, if you click it, you can go to the Amazon link. There is no option to pre-order it yet. The reason for that is because they don't have a price tag for it. Can't pre-order something that they don't have a price tag for it. But what does this mean, right? Does this mean that Salem's Lot is coming out in July? Nah, that is a UK release, which means that 4K is released in the UK. Now, here's the problem, right? The UK has been getting movies a little bit later than we have. The Whale, they didn't get that. You know, you have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. They didn't get that really. You have a lot of different things that are getting UK exclusive releases because it wasn't really put out in cinemas like that. So the UK audience is getting them, you know, a little bit later on physical media. Now, here's the thing. If the UK gets it in July, there's a possibility that it is either going to have a very short theatrical run prior to that, because when we're thinking about this logically, whenever we had other movies that were released out here and the UK didn't get them, the Blu-ray will be released maybe a month or two after the initial release of the movie or the theatrical run of the movie. I believe, this is all speculation, this is not confirmed in any shape, form, or fashion. I believe that we're getting a possible short theatrical run of Salem's Lot, possible, before July in the United States. That's what I'm kind of banking on. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm feeling. I think we're going to get a very short theatrical run of Salem's Lot in the United States prior to July, right? I think that because if this pre-order is correct, and once that pre-order goes live, that's a 4K. 4Ks are region free. You can play a 4K on any player. Warner Brothers is not going to risk an American audience getting their hands on a movie that is not released in North America or has not been released in North America. They're not gonna like risk that, because then you have to also take into consideration, once a physical copy is released, then the piracy begins. Once that physical copy gets bought by one person and uploaded online, it's a wrap from there. They just got to burn the shit online, put it online. Everybody can view it. It's online. The shit's getting cut, right? So the only options that Warner Brothers has is to allow it to go to a streaming service while maybe putting in the movie theaters for a short amount of time. Or you can just do the combo experience like they've done with other projects, where you can have it be released on HBO Max simultaneously and have it going to the theaters as well for those people that want to actually see it in the big screen. Now, again, I've heard things about this movie. I've heard this movie has multiple cuts. I don't know. I personally don't know. I think that there might be some alterations to this movie from the first couple of screeners that popped out. From then to now, there might be some slight changes and modifications, but I don't think that is going to be something super major. If anything, the ending might change, you know, but at the same time, Yeah, I don't, unless they just remade that movie from the ground up. I don't think it's a completely different movie. I think that that's bullshit. People are claiming that it's a completely different movie, but I don't think so because again, I've seen countless movies prior to the release and after, and they don't change much. You know, no matter how what the audiences say about the project, they don't change much. You know, they might add a couple pieces here and there, but they don't. It's not something where it's going to be reshot from the ground up. There are instances where some movies do that. Those are usually really big projects where the studios are expecting to make a lot of money on. I don't think the studio is planning on making a lot of money off of Salem's Lot, off of this property specifically, but that's just what I think. So based off of this Blu-ray or 4K release in the UK, and the fact that 4K is region free and it's coming out July 3rd, if that date is set in stone, which Blu-ray.com is pretty good at putting that information up there. I want to say that we're probably going to get a theatrical or streaming date for Salem's Lot prior to that, because that needs to happen immediately because July is going to be right around the corner, right? Because we're in what, March, April, May, June. That's like 3 months and some change away. So yeah, they need to get moving, bro. They need to really get the ball moving on this movie. So we need at least a trailer. Come on, at least give us a trailer. I know that there was a trailer released over like a year and some change ago at CinemaCon, and it received really good feedback. A lot of people are really happy about it, and there has been yet nothing we've heard about that shit since. So I thought that, you know, maybe a month later after CinemaCon that we would get the trailer release. Because I mean, even with Ghostbusters, we got a lot of information about Ghostbusters after the CinemaCon release. So it was, you would think that they would just do a little bit more, you know, with this movie. Like if you're trying to make money off of this movie, I don't think you should wait. You need to really just go ahead and push forward with this movie and find out something to do with it. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. That's some pretty solid information. Thank you, Eric Cartman, for doing that. Salutes to you, homie. And if anybody else has any more information that they've heard about this film, let me know. And if you know, if we find it like if we get enough collection of information, then we can compile it and we can make another video about it. But until then, you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys have a magnificent day. Don't forget hit the subscribe button on the way out. Adios.